Gosh darn it, how many times I gotta say this? Politicians panic in the art of doing nothing useful.
The largest buyback since the Howard government initiated one in 1996. Australia's gun laws were last substantially reformed in the wake of the Port Arthur tragedy. The terrible events at Bondi show we need to get more guns off our streets.
Man, this gets me every single time. How many times they gotta repeat this over and over and over and over and over? The illusion, the security theater, clowns in charge. That's what I call them. Freaking clowns in charge. Nothing more, nothing less. And welcome back to the RusNkaZ Show. I'm your host, Bam Bam, and today we're diving into the favorite pastime of politicians worldwide. No, not insider trading, y'all. We're talking about the panic pivot. If you don't know it, now you do. It's called, you know the drill. A tragedy happens, it's awful, it's heartbreaking, and before the police tape is even up, a politician steps up to a microphone and says, "We must do something." And boy, do they do something. Usually some stupid. Every single time, something that makes no sense whatsoever, something that solves nothing but makes for a great campaign poster. Today we're looking at 20 years of security theater, from the beaches of Australia to the digital back alleys of the UK. Put your helmets on, put your cash away, hide the gold under the bed, and most importantly, get your Dr. Pepper with strawberries and cream, cause we love it, and we love it. And DP still haven't called me. I'm still waiting for that check, so I could sponsor you every time I'm on air, cause I like you that much. So hook me up with the call and sponsor the show. Let's start with our friends down under, called Australia. In 2025, the Bondi Beach terror attack, tragic stuff, 16 people dead, ISIS-inspired nightmare. So what does the Australian government do? Do they target the terror networks? Do they look at radicalization? No! They decided the problem was that law-abiding farmers had too many rifles. Is that a sheep farmer looking all confused next to a sheep? What? They introduced the toughest gun laws in a generation, yo. My favorite part, they capped the number of firearms for recreational shooter, which can own at, guess how many they can own? 4 guns. 4. Because apparently if a terrorist has 4 guns, he's manageable, but if he has 5, ooh, game over. That's it. We can't do nothing about it, man. Game over, yo. He grows a 3rd arm and becomes a supervillain. The Prime Minister actually said there is no reason someone needs this many guns, which sounds nice until you realize that mass shooters usually use 1 gun, maybe 2. They don't walk in juggling muskets like a circus act. But wait, it gets dumber. They also banned permanent residents from owning firearms. Only citizens allowed. Because as we all know, the magical ink on a citizenship certificate contains an anti-terrorism force field. If you're a permanent resident who's lived there for 20 years paying taxes, sorry mate, you're obviously a risk. Clown horn hunk. Let's hop across the ditch to New Zealand. Year 2019. The Christchurch shootings. Horrific. The government panicked and banned military-style semi-automatics immediately. Did it work? Well, they did a massive buyback. And guess what? The criminals? They didn't show up. Shocking. I know, man. Estimates say nearly 80% of the banned weapons just vanished into the closets. They created a massive gray market of untraceable guns overnight. But the cherry on top, in 2022, the FBI, yes, the American FBI visited New Zealand. They brought gifts for the intelligence chiefs, little 3D printed replica pistols, souvenirs, totally inoperable. New Zealand police looked at these plastic paperweights and said, "Illegal possession! Destroy them right now!" So the head of NZ intelligence had to watch the police crush a gift from the FBI because the law was so poorly written it couldn't tell the difference between a desk ornament and a weapon of war. You cannot make this stuff up, brothers and sisters. It's bureaucratic absurdity. And for that, I'm actually gonna give them a stamp. Boom! Bureaucratic absurdity stamp. Now let's talk about Canada. Oh, Canada, can't you see? Nova Scotia shooting. The worst in their history. The shooter used illegal guns smuggled from the United States. He didn't have a license. He was a criminal. So what did Justin Trudeau do? He banned 1,500 models of rifles owned by the people who didn't commit any crimes. That's like a drunk driver crashing a Ferrari, so the government bans Toyota Corollas. We did it! The roads are safe! Meanwhile, while they were busy banning hunting rifles, Canadian criminals moved on to 2025 technology. Ghost guns, 3D printed receivers. Police seizures of these things are up huge numbers. The criminals are printing guns in their basements while the government is spending billions buying back rifles from Duck Dynasty. How absurd is that? It's not just guns, it's the internet. The graphic matrix code raining down, but the code spells politicians don't understand math. The UK and the EU have spent the last few years trying to save the children by breaking the internet. The UK passed the Online Safety Act. They want to scan your encrypted messages to find bad stuff. Here's the problem. Encryption means only you and the person you're talking to can read the message. If the government can read it, it's not encrypted anymore. Politicians say, we don't want to break encryption. We just want a backdoor for the good guys. There's no backdoor for good guys. A hole is a hole. If you put a key under the mat for the police, the hackers are gonna find it, copy it, and rob your digital house. Experts told them this. Every tech company said, this is mathematically impossible. The government said, do it anyway, or we'll fine you. It's magical thinking. It's legislative fairy dust. And the result? Kids are just using VPNs. VPN usage in the UK skyrocketed. So now the kids are on the dark web, harder to find, and the law-abiding citizens are the ones being spied on. Great job, guys. Great job, dudes and ladies. And here's the warning for the future. You want to know what happens when you ban things people want? Look at Australia's tobacco wars. They banned vapes. They taxed tobacco to the moon. Did people stop smoking? Of course not. They just went to the black market. Now Australia has organized crime gangs firebombing tobacco shops. Over 200 fire bombings, yo. Biker gangs are fighting over who gets to sell illegal vapes. This is the future of all this safety theater. You ban the legal market, you hand the monopoly to the cartels, and then you act surprised when things catch on fire. So the next time a tragedy happens and a politician runs to the podium sweating and screaming about a new ban, ask yourself, are they actually solving the problem? Or are they just putting on a show so you'll re-elect them? Think, we know the answer. I'm Bam Bam, and this is the RusNkaZ Show. Stay safe, stay skeptical, keep your FBI gifts hidden, and always remember that God loves you, and never give up. Peace, y'all.
Catch the wave, let your dreams ignite. In the world of business, reach new heights. Join the journey, hear the words unfold. Bam Bam's vision, turning stories to gold.